In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase to picture something. We also sometimes say to picture someone. When you picture something or when you picture someone, it means you close your eyes. Well, you don't have to close your eyes, but it means you can see them in your mind, or you can see the thing that's being talked about in your mind. If I was to describe to you what Niagara Falls looks like, that there's thousands of liters of water going over a waterfall, you might be able to picture that in your mind. If I described my brother to you, if I said my brother looks a lot like me, but he has a bigger beard and he's a lot taller, you might be able to picture him in your mind. So when you picture something in your mind, or when you picture someone in your mind, it means you can kind of see it in your mind's eye. You can see the image in your mind. The second phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase to get the picture. To get the picture simply means to understand something. When you describe something to someone, or when you're explaining something to someone, and if at the end of the explanation you say, okay, do you get the picture now? Do you get the picture? It basically means, do you understand? So if I was to tell someone to do a job on the farm, if I said you need to dig a hole, it needs to be this deep, it needs to be big enough for us to plant a tree, do you get the picture? Basically what I'm saying to them is, do you understand the instructions that I've given to you? So to review, when you picture something or when you picture someone, it means you can kind of see that thing in your mind, or you can see that person in your mind. And when you get the picture, it means you understand something. Sometimes people don't get the picture, and that means that they don't understand something. But hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. This comment is from Stella, and Stella says this: "My husband needs to lose weight for his health, but he doesn't like exercise. I want him to change his tune. I talk to him so much and tell him what to do so often, he tunes me out." And my response was this: that's the way it goes sometimes. I know I talk to Jen a lot about my YouTube channel, and sometimes I talk so much that she tunes me out and just nods her head. I think she nods her head and it makes me feel like she's listening to me, but I know sometimes she has tuned me out. And I think that's what happens sometimes. I agree, Stella. Sometimes when you talk to someone for a long time about one thing, sometimes they will tune you out because maybe you've just mentioned it too many times. Hey, I have to apologize to you. The combine came and combined all my wheat a few days ago. My neighbor came and this entire field was harvested. That's what I mean when I say combine. You can see that I'm stepping through these large windrows of what's called straw. And another neighbor will come in a few days and will bale all the straw. I'll try to catch that on camera. Although it did rain yesterday, so it's a little bit wet out here. But yeah, I feel bad because I know I mentioned that when the combine came, when the wheat was harvested, I'm pretty sure I said I would run out with my camera and make a small video. But it ended up being combined while I was out doing something else. By the time I got home, it was almost dark and my neighbor was almost finished doing the job. But I can at least show it to you. You can see this large field used to be wheat. Now it has been harvested. The yield was pretty good. I was very happy, but the quality was low. The quality of the wheat was called feed grade. That means it's good enough to feed to animals, but not to people. So I was a little disappointed about that, but oh well, that's farming. Anyways, have a good day. I'll see you in a couple days with another short English lesson. Bye.